Welcome! Today we're making a flavorful and fiery harissa sauce, a North African staple that's packed with spice and depth. This sauce is perfect for marinating meats, adding to stews, or even as a zesty condiment for grilled vegetables. Let's dive in and create a homemade harissa that's sure to spice up any dish. Let's get started with making our harissa sauce. First, we'll need 6 to 8 dried red chili peppers. Choose mild or spicy, depending on your preference. Soak them in hot water to soften. Next, grab 2 tablespoons of olive oil, plus a bit extra for drizzling later. We'll also need 4 garlic cloves, peeled, and a mix of spices. 1 teaspoon each of caraway, coriander, and cumin seeds. Toast these in a dry skillet to bring out their flavors before grinding them. Then 1 tablespoon of tomato paste and 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika for that rich, deep flavor. Add half a teaspoon of salt and a pinch of sugar to balance the heat. To finish, squeeze in some fresh lemon juice, or you can use vinegar if you prefer. Finally, a bit of water to blend it all together. Optional, add a splash of rose water or orange blossom water for a fragrant twist. Let's get blending. To start, we're going to prepare our dried chili peppers. Take about 6 to 8 dried red chilies. Choose ones like guajillo, ancho, or any variety that suits your heat preference. For a milder flavor, remove the seeds. Now place the chilies in a bowl and pour over some hot water, just enough to cover them. Let them soak for about 20 minutes until they soften and become pliable. This softening process helps us blend the chilies smoothly into the sauce. After the chilies have soaked, drain the water and set them aside. Your chilies should be ready to blend and will form the spicy, smoky base of the sauce. Now, let's toast our spices to unlock their full flavor. Take 1 teaspoon each of caraway seeds, coriander seeds, and cumin seeds. Place them in a dry skillet over medium heat. Toast the spices for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring constantly to prevent them from burning. You'll start to notice the aromas intensifying as the spices heat up. Once they're fragrant, remove the skillet from the heat and allow the spices to cool for a minute. Once cooled, grind them into a fine powder using a spice grinder or mortar and pestle. These spices are key to the depth of flavor in harissa, so be sure to toast them well. Now we're ready to blend everything together. In your food processor or blender, add the soaked chilies, garlic for peeled cloves, and the ground spices we just prepared. Next, add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste and 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika for that rich, earthy flavor. Sprinkle in about half a teaspoon of salt and a pinch of sugar to balance the heat. Add 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice for some acidity, or if you prefer, a little vinegar works too. Start blending and add about 1/4 cup of water to help the mixture blend smoothly. Continue adding more water if it's too thick, but we want to keep it a bit paste-like. Keep blending until everything comes together into a smooth, thick paste. With the paste ready, it's time to cook it. Heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a saucepan over medium heat. Once the oil's hot, pour in your harissa paste. Cook it for 5 to 10 minutes, stirring frequently. This cooking process helps to deepen the flavors and cook off any rawness from the garlic and spices. Be sure to stir constantly, and if the paste begins to stick or dry out, you can add a little more oil or water to loosen it up. You'll notice the sauce darkening and thickening as it cooks. This is when the flavors really start to develop and intensify, so don't rush the step. Now that the harissa has cooked, it's time to taste and adjust the seasoning. Take a moment to try your sauce. Does it need a little more salt or sugar? Maybe a bit more lemon juice or vinegar for extra acidity. Feel free to adjust the balance of flavors to your liking. If you want a little extra fragrance, this is the time to add a splash of rose water or orange blossom water. These ingredients add a floral note that gives the harissa a unique twist. Stir everything together, taste once more, and adjust until it's just right. Remember, harissa should be bold, spicy, and aromatic, so make it as punchy as you like. Once your harissa is perfectly seasoned and cooked, let it cool down before transferring it to a container. Use an airtight jar for storage. For longer shelf life, drizzle a bit more olive oil on top of the sauce. This helps preserve it and adds extra richness. You can store your harissa in the fridge for up to 2 weeks, and the flavor will only get better over time. You can use it immediately for marinating meats, stirring into couscous, or mixing with yogurt for a quick dip. This sauce is so versatile. It pairs perfectly with grilled meats, vegetables, or even as a spread on sandwiches. Lastly, here are a few tips that can help you get the best flavor. First, let's talk about heat level. If you want a milder sauce, go for chilies like ancho or pasilla. But if you're looking for something with a real kick, try using hotter chilies like bird's eye or a mix of different varieties. The seeds in the chilies are where the heat resides, so if you want to dial it down, be sure to remove them. Next, the consistency of your harissa is key. Depending on how you plan to use it, you can adjust the thickness. If you want a thicker paste for marinating, use less water. If you're making a more spreadable or pourable sauce, just add a bit more water or olive oil. The choice is yours. For added flavor complexity, consider playing with the spices. You can add roasted red peppers for a sweeter, smokier taste, or even a touch of honey to balance out the heat with some sweetness. If you like a bit of tang, a spoonful of vinegar can really enhance the sauce. Lastly, don't forget that harissa improves with time. The flavors will deepen as it sits, so if you can, make it ahead of time. And to store it, make sure to drizzle a little olive oil over the top before sealing the jar. It helps preserve the sauce and keeps it fresh longer. You can even experiment with adding a splash of rose water or orange blossom water for a subtle floral note that makes the harissa truly unique. Enjoy your homemade harissa!